Well, hello there, folks. It's good to see everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome once again to those of you who have been here before to Dave Diggs History, the channel. This is the subsection, the medical section of the channel, and I am the host here, Dr. Toombs. I hope everybody's doing well. Now, what I'd like to talk to you about today is of some importance and some interest, I'm hoping, but something tells, please bear with me, something tells me there's something I'm supposed to be doing and I can't remember quite what it is. Let me see what time it is. I beg your indulgence and your forgiveness. Oh yes, I almost missed it. It is 10:30 and it's time for a little something that has to happen. So bear with me again, please, if you would. I am a doctor and I have to do this. It's a little test. Yes, indeed, it's still good. It's still good. Thank you very much. You're laughing. You're grinning, you're smiling. Oh, I'll bet you think this is whiskey. I have it on good authority. I am the authority. This is not whiskey. This is internal liniment. Good for what ails a body. You're still laughing, you're still smiling. Which is exactly what happened when I used to do it for that 3-century living history park down in Virginia that I used to work for back in the good old days. And they were good old days. That was my transition when I had a group of visitors. My transition into alcohol consumption at this time being 1850 and thereabouts. And although that's not the main topic of tonight's episode, since we're at least talking about it, let's try it. Alcohol consumption, as you may gather, was substantially high at this time and even earlier than that. For instance, the National Archives back in 1790 said that for an average, all persons in America aged 15 and above consumed 5.8 gallons of alcohol. Not 5.8 gallons of alcoholic beverages, 5.8 gallons of the alcohol that's in the beverage. That's a lot of alcohol. By 1830, National Archives says it's 7.1 gallons of just the alcohol. That's a bender if ever I heard of it. Now, between 1840 and 1860, there's a revival of temperance going on in the country, and thanks to their efforts, the average consumption goes down to 3.5 gallons, which is still an awful lot. And for comparison's sake, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse in 2021, not my century, but it's yours, said that the consumption, again, of just the alcohol in the beverage is 2.51 gallons, and it's going up. Can hardly imagine why. Well, that was the transition that I used to do when going through that, but I say used to do because a little something happened one day that changed everything. I was in an antique shop in Southwest Virginia. Antique shops are good. I love antique shops. Don't you? And I was in the back room, just nosing around. It wasn't really an antique shop, it was an antique mall, so plenty of dealers and lots of antiques. I was walking along looking for essentially something that might help me with one of my programs working at the park. And I stopped dead in my tracks and looked in disbelief at an item that was on a shelf. Is that what it says? It's got a label. No, those, they don't exist. That's just a figment of my own imagination. But yet there it sits. There it sits. The price tag said $12. I couldn't whip out my wallet fast enough. I grabbed that bottle, went to the counter, laid down my $12, and thought, my precious, I am going to have some fun with this. And I had to change my transition into alcohol consumption because of it. And I think you'll like it. It went something like this. Rewind, 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 rewind. Excuse me one moment while I do what I'm supposed to do. Yes, indeed, it's good. It passes the test. Have to check it, make sure it's... Oh, you're laughing, aren't you? I can see it. I can see the big grins on your faces. You think this is whiskey. Might look like whiskey, might taste like whiskey. It's not whiskey. What this is internal liniment. You're laughing again, all y'all. Well, if you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe this genuine bottle of internal liniment. And when I brought out the bottle, there were gasps, there were oohs, there were ahs, and a lot of laughter and other such things. But yes, I found in that antique store a bottle of genuine internal liniment made by the W.T. Raleigh Company. R-A-W-L-E-I-G-H is how it's spelled. And it's a patent medicine made by the company. Here's a little bit about the company itself. Let you gaze on that for a little while. William Thomas Raleigh, 1900 to 1951. He was born in Wisconsin. He passed in Illinois. In 1889, he opened up his company, W.T. Raleigh Company. He was making patent medicines. He made, among other things, this. He also made salves, balms, ointments, external anti-pain oil, internal anti-pain oil. And about this in particular, well, it's not a period correct bottle for this time, 1850, but if I ever found a bottle like this, vintage well, it wouldn't be 1850 anyway, it would be 1889. I couldn't afford it. But how old is this bottle? Well, it has a zip code as part of the address, so that makes it at least 1963, because that's the year that zip codes came out. But there's also another date on here, a copyright date, 1972. So this is more than a half a century old. And as to what it does and what it's supposed to do and its ingredients, it's supposed to take care of all sorts of things, although you can't tell that by the label because it doesn't say good for this. What's got in it? Capsaicin. It has some sassafras oils, camphor, also has some spearmint, and it has hemlock. Did it do any good? I have no idea, but there are certain testimonials to it that I've come across. Are they real or not? I really can't say. Don't quite know. But I've had an awful lot of fun with this, interacting with the audiences. Right now, you're the audience. I hope you've enjoyed this. Now, as far as, well, I'll tell you this much. If you ever come across a bottle of this, be it old or not quite so old, don't do what I did. Please do not do what I did. I knew better than to do it, but I did it. I took off the cap, and I regretted immediately what I'd done. I sniffed it. Oh boy, shouldn't do it. Don't you do it either. Take it from me. I did it, regretted it. Can you still get this? No, afraid not. It's been several years ago, R.T. Raleigh and Company discontinued this. They're still in business, though. They still make balms and salves and etc. And they don't know I'm saying this about them. I've been to their site, but I've never bought anything. I don't have anything to go by to tell you this is good, this isn't good. I'm not their shill. They may have employed shills during the patent medicine heyday when that was being hawked, but I'm not one of those folks. At any rate, I hope you've had a little laugh at this, maybe even a big laugh. I know I have. And because I'm likely never to come across a bottle of this again that I can afford, I'm going to safely pack it away in here so nothing happens to it. It was the best $12 I ever spent on anything. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate your being here. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new to the channel, this is the medical subsection of the channel. And we have a lot of fun here. And we learn things too. And now it's probably, if memory serves, it's got to be, yes indeed, it is 11:35 of the clock. And it's time for the 11:35 tasting. Can't have too much taste. I'm going to go over here and I think I'm going to find a place to sit down. Thank you very much for coming. Like and subscribe if you want to. It's appreciated. And until the next time I see you around, I have the honor to be your most faithful and obedient servant, Dr. Toombs. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to find that chair as I hang on to the table. There's no chair, but that stump will do. I'm not picky. Oh. What the fuck now? What happened? What the hell